New tonight, the Ohio State Senate has approved Senate Bill 172, which, if made into law, would allow state and local law enforcement agencies to make arrests on suspected illegal immigrants. In a recent testimony, primary sponsor of the bill, State Senator Christina Rogner, says in part, quote, Senate Bill 172 would provide much-needed support for federal immigration authorities by requiring state and local public offices and public officials to allow the arrest or detention of any person who is or is suspected of being in the United States illegally for that person's removal or for other immigration-related purposes. Rogner goes on to say this legislation would make it difficult for immigrants to remain in the U.S. without having legal permission through visas, temporary protected status, or other avenues. She says that allowing officers to carry out immigration-related arrests would make it easier to locate and deport undocumented people within the U.S. However, the Ohio Immigrant Alliance and other advocacy organizations are firmly against the bill. Founder Lynn Tramonte says that giving state and local law agencies this additional power would turn Ohio into a police state.
The idea that we could send masked ICE agents out into all corners of our community, turn local police into immigration officials, and have every immigrant in Ohio afraid to leave their homes. It's devastating.
Tramonte also references the revoking of TPS for over 500,000 immigrants from over a dozen foreign countries, one of those countries being Haiti, which has nearly 15,000 refugees currently living in the city of Springfield. She says that once legal immigrants are now having to leave the homes they've built in the U.S. and return to their native countries, or they'll be labeled as criminals and subject to arrest.
They are canceling legal programs for people from Haiti, Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, Cameroon. People who have work permits and are paying taxes are becoming undocumented overnight.
Once again, Senate Bill 172 is already moving on to the State House of Representatives. From there, it will have to be revised and passed by the House before going to Governor DeWine's desk to be signed into law. We will follow this legislation and bring you any updates both on air and online.